All right, so here is the practice 2.6 solution. Number 1, 13, 3, 5, 15, so forth. I'll go through it kind of fast here first. 7, then 9, and then 11, and then coming back up to 13, 15, 17. Notice here in 17, disclaimer, the book had -4 and 5. I got these two answers, so just so you know that. And 19, similar to that last problem I did in your notes. So that was a quick version. If you got all the information you need, you can stop watching. If not, I will now break it down a little slower. So, Algebra 1 practice, page 26, 1 through 19 odds. Number 1, x squared plus 24x plus c. Half of a -24 is 12, squared is 144. So c needs to be 144. Half of 40 is 20, squared is 200. Number 5, half of a -9 is -9 over 2, squared is 81/4, or 20.25. Okay. 7, I'm going to subtract 24, so I leave a spot for where I can add c. Half of a -14 is -7, squared is 49, so I'm going to add 49 to both sides. Square roots, and my two solutions. Number 9, I'm going to subtract the 56, so I end up over here with a -25, and then subtract the 56, and then what is c going to be? Well, half of 30 is 15, squared is 225, so I add 225 to both sides. So this mess here now becomes 144, square root, plus or minus 12, add the 15, so I get 3 and 27. Number 11, I have plus 6 and minus 7, so I'm going to move the 6 to this side, so I'm going to subtract the 6. Figure out what c has to be. Half of 10 is 5, squared is 25. So I'm adding 25 to both sides. All said and done here, I get 12. The square root of 12, rounded to the nearest tenth. Add the 5, so I get 1.5 and 8.5. 13. Again, I have -3. I need a spot for c, but before I do that, I almost forgot, we have to divide everything by 3, because remember, I need a to be 1. Okay, so to get a1, I have to divide everything by 3, so that gives me this. Now I add the 1 over here and figure out what c is. Half of 5 is 2.5 squared is 6.25, so I'm adding this to both sides to get 7.25. Do my square root, subtract the 2.5, and those are my two solutions. 15, again, I need everything here to be 1, so I have to divide everything by 0.9. When I divide everything by 0.9, this is what I get, minus 4.4 repeating. Moving that to this side. Half of 6 is 3, squared is 9. When I add those, I get this. I believe what I did on my calculator, because it's a repeating decimal, I think I did 13.444 when I did the square root. It might have been just 13.44, not sure. When I did the square root, rounded, so we get -6.7 and 0.7. 17, I have a half here, and I need it to be 1, so I have to divide everything by a half. When I do that, this is what I get. Get rid of the 20 here, because I need that to be empty, so I can add my c. So half of a -2 is -1, squared is 1. So I get 21, square root, rounded to the nearest tenth, and the disclaimer is they had -4 and 5. I don't remember why or what or how, but that's what the book had. So either of those answers would be acceptable. And then number 9, consecutive even numbers, or consecutive numbers, no, consecutive even. Yep, consecutive even numbers. When I multiply, and then half of 2 is 1, so I add 1 to both sides. Square root is 27. So I'm either going to have a negative 27 minus 1, which is negative 28. So if I have negative 28, it'll be negative 28, negative 26. When I multiply those two numbers to get the 728. Or plus or minus 27, the positive 27 minus 1 is 26. So then the two numbers would be 26 and 28. So those are the solutions with a little bit of an explanation. Remember, if you have questions, please let me know. Thank you and good luck.